Good morning, man. It's a beautiful day, man. We got back to the other home last night, and man, I'm just thankful and blessed that we were able to wake up today in a bed and just wake up, man. We're not in a natural disaster, man. I got California on my mind so bad, man. I had to make a second video. And man, I got some other stuff we're gonna talk about, man. So let's get to where we going, and I'm gonna start this episode. Man, y'all know we out here at my favorite park, man. I ain't never seen a park this empty. But we ain't been out here and recorded in a while, huh? Shoo. See, they put the little things up around the plants so you don't walk through them. Man, it's been a minute since we've been out here, man. They got the basketball court back open in some spots. Beautiful day, man. Sunny and 42 degrees. Man, oh man. All right, guys. So, I was sitting here thinking, right? And I'm saying to myself, how is the trucking industry gonna benefit from the California wildfires? How can we turn this negative into a positive? And it was simple. Do you guys realize just how much things they're gonna need to rebuild the infrastructure in Los Angeles? Do you guys understand the magnitude of lumber, concrete, electrical supplies, food, home items, goods, whatever, drive-in, reefer, don't matter. You guys got to understand they're going to need so much help with rebuilding. The loads are going to be endless for the rest of 2025. 2025 is setting up to be a rebound year for the trucking industry. Now, understand, people lost their lives, they lost everything overnight. But that's not to say there cannot be a silver lining in this natural disaster. If it is a natural disaster, we're not going to get into that. But I think this is going to be a good thing for truck drivers in the industry, regardless of how you feel about the wildfires, to the point where there's going to be a lot of freight going out to the West Coast. Now, going back, probably getting out of California is still going to be a little task because, going back east, it usually sucks. But bringing in, oh man, coming from Oregon and Washington and Texas and Arizona, just the sheer magnitude of the goods and stuff they're going to need to rebuild all them homes is going to be, insane. And for somebody, they took the basketball. Look, they used to have a basketball goal right in the middle. They took it out. And for somebody that's in the industry that may have had a rough year in 2024, this is going to be all they need to help catapult them into rebounding and making some decent amount of change and money in 2025. The amount of food, the food services, like the shelters, all them restaurants that burnt down, all them mom and pop restaurants that, like the sheer magnitude of food being having to bring in, the overtime hours, the linemen that work with the electrical and power lines, plumbing, laborers, just everything, man. The airports are going to be insane with flights. The trucking industry, especially flatbed companies, the oversized haulers, they're going to be at the forefront of rebuilding the infrastructure in Los Angeles and the surrounding areas after this wildfire has subsided. Now, they're saying the wildfires are supposed to go through tomorrow, and maybe into the weekend based off the weather forecast. But when I tell you, start next week, when they got to bring that lumber in and they got to get rid of all that debris, they got to haul off to trash sites, the floodgates are going to open for the trucks. Truck drivers and the trucking industry is going to flourish out there in LA after these wildfires. Now, it's not to say that there are going to be bidding wars from mega carriers. They're going to try to underbid. There's going to be a lot of bidding, and like TMC, Melton, they're gonna be pricing out a lot of the mom and pops. How y'all doing? That can't keep up with the estimates because they don't have the trucks and the volume of drivers, because mom and pops is just 1 and 2 trucks. Melton, TMC, they got thousands of trucks, so they're going to be lowballing a lot of freight. So all you company drivers, get ready to ball. You owner operators, not so much, but you're going to make a check. But you're going to have a round trip freight is going to be the disconnect, because a lot of these mega carriers, they already got contracts. But you company drivers, you guys are finna eat, man. They're going to be having some long haul runs to the west. Now, mind you, it's still the winter time. The snow out there, it's going to suck getting out there. But once you get over there, man, there's going to be endless freight, man. That lumber got to come from out of state now. North Carolina, Georgia, Florida. Georgia Pacific is going to be all over these insurance claims. Oh my God. Georgia Pacific in the South, they finna be booming. So you need to position yourself, talk to your dispatcher, talk to your brokers, talk to your driver manager. Say, hey man, get me some of them California loads. I know they finna drop. Y'all need to be lining that stuff up, man. So we have to stay down, let this end right quick, and let the lows, they're gonna drop. I promise you, they're gonna drop, man. Like I say, Los Angeles has to rebuild. If all the wildfires in the woods is burned all around the city, the lumber gotta come from outside, from Northern California, Oregon, Washington, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, Florida. All that freight and all that industry goods are gonna have to go out there at some point, some way. And it's gonna have to go in the flatbed truck and drive in, baby. So you make sure you get in there, you be where you need to be within the company. And I promise you, 2025 is gonna be like no other going out to the West Coast. But that's all, man. I appreciate y'all. And just make sure you got all your stuff you need in place, as far as your TWIC card, your hazmats. Please, this, as a matter of fact, this is the perfect time to get your endorsements, because going out there, they're going to have fuel loads, water, tanker endorsement, doubles and triples. You need to have oversized experience, man. Like, this is the time, this is one of them natural disasters where you're going to need to have your credentials, man. Don't get caught slipping on the sidelines because you ain't got your hazmat back yet from DC because you waited to the last minute. Look what that happened at the top of the year. Natural disaster. They're going to need hazmat loads, okay? Get your endorsements, guys. If you haven't done flatbed yet, you might want to think about considering going over the flatbed, because I promise you, if you haven't done food service, they're going to be working around the clock, providing food, delivering stuff, frozen, all the freezers and refrigerators, all the loss of the meat, all them homes, the groceries, okay, the renter's insurance claims, all that food, man. The pantries are empty. People are starving and they're going to be hungry, man. I can promise you that. I can assure you they're going to be hungry, man. But just keep your P's and your Q's and dot your T's and I's and be ready to go when it pops off. Because the travel truck is here to tell you, the loads to Southern California are finna go through the roof. The rates are going to be up in certain aspects, and some of the rates are going to go down because they're going to try to pump them to the mega carrier. JB Hunt, Warner, Snyder, Melton, TMC, Swift, CR England, PAM, FedEx, UPS. They're going to have a piece of the pie too. So just get ready for a bunch of overtime and a lot of miles. But it's so beautiful out here. I ain't been out here in so long, man. Wow. But I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one.